Explicit conversation on wife's phone. Update. 1. So much has happened this week. Where to start? I have his name, his real one. I found more messages in WhatsApp where his real phone number and name are visible. It's a former colleague of mine who I haven't seen or heard from in at least 5 years and with whom I barely had any interactions when we worked at the same company. He lives nearby. I don't know how she even knows him. It's possible they met briefly at a company Christmas party, but my wife attended very few of them. I've gone through the messenger messages more thoroughly to see what I can find out. It's the most difficult thing I've ever had to read in my life. It's like she's a totally different person with him. Her expectation with me is that I am romantic, that I don't use crude terms, and that we connect emotionally in our relationship. This guy, however, speaks to her in an extremely casual and direct way, and she responds positively. In the messages, they both use language that she would normally dislike if I used it. I don't get a sense of emotional attachment between them, but their interactions make me uneasy. Yesterday, during work hours, I saw a live conversation on WhatsApp. He attempted to video call her multiple times, but I was able to decline the call each time. The oldest messages are 3 years old, but they don't start with introductions, so that wasn't the beginning of their conversations. I met with a solicitor. He has started the paperwork to initiate a separation agreement. He advised me not to move any money around and to stay in the house for now. He also mentioned legal concerns regarding my initial plans for recording devices. For me, that only changes my approach to revealing any evidence to her. I think I can still handle this without disclosing the sources of my information. I'll simply present a journal listing everything I know. Still waiting for that voice-activated recorder to arrive. I've also ordered a camera that looks like a Bluetooth speaker. Post-edit. I forgot to mention an important detail. When I knew the other person involved, he was married. I don't know if he still is. I'm considering hiring a private investigator for legally obtained evidence that I can share with his wife. I spoke to one this week. It's not as expensive as I expected and could be worthwhile for my next trip, which is in less than 2 weeks. Update 2. Things are moving fast. First, I want to thank this community for being so supportive during such a difficult time. It's helping me maintain clarity. There are also a few people who don't understand the complexities of relationships and affairs, and I won't waste time engaging with negativity. If you're here to criticize instead of offering support, I hope you find peace. Here's my progress since the last update. I have secured a private investigator who has already confirmed that the other person involved is still married to the same person. They also know his address, though I've chosen not to ask for it. Knowing could lead to poor decisions in a moment of frustration. The investigator will provide the evidence directly to his wife, so I don't have to be involved. I'm flying out Monday morning and returning Wednesday. The other person has planned short visits to my house, while his wife believes he's elsewhere. He is also staying overnight Tuesday. I don't know what excuse he has given, but I assume it's a fabricated business trip or another cover story. The important thing is that the investigator should gather clear evidence. I have set up my voice-activated recorder in our fireplace, which we don't use, so it won't be noticed. It picks up everything in the sitting room. I had considered placing it in the car, but this location works better. It will also record my conversations with her. I also have a camera disguised as a Bluetooth speaker, strategically placed in the bedroom. Not everything has gone according to plan. I've been avoiding closeness by working constantly, but that excuse only lasts so long. We normally have an active relationship, and there's only so long I can avoid physical contact without raising suspicion. She initiated closeness in the middle of the night, and I had to respond to avoid making her suspicious. I felt conflicted about it, but reminded myself